This is Umbanda, Alice Springs. It is the home of my ancestors, and it is the home of myself and certain native title holders. I've been sitting there on that stone wall. There's been groups of Aboriginal people walk by. They are in groups, in isolation. Nobody engages them. They just keep walking. Engaging is not showing pity. Engaging is saying, "Good morning, how are you?"
Generation after generation in Australia, we fight for things so we can survive on this land. So you're thriving, we're surviving. To be heard in every court in the land. I charge you with poverty. I charge you with genocide. I charge you with our history. I charge you with Aboriginal history too. I charge you in the words of Malcolm X, and I charge you in the words of Kuman J. Perkins. I charge you with still violating Australian Aboriginal people. I charge you with promising with one hand and taking with the other. I charge you for setting us up for all to see. Somehow, we always seem to fail. I charge you with taking the profits from what is not yours. I charge you with putting the cattle market above ours. I charge you with playing with us like a political football. And I charge you for the massacre of Aboriginal nations. I charge you for the desolation of this one said nation. I charge you, my only wish is the United Nations would do so too. I charge you for not fixing what can be fixed, and I charge you because it is rightfully so. I charge you as a nation. I charge you as an individual. I charge you on behalf of my Aboriginal family. And the reason why I say that is because I know what the Geneva Convention says. I know all the policies, because that was one of the things I had to learn doing my BA in Aboriginal Studies, was the policies that Aboriginal people continue to be under. Those policies are not fit enough for your dogs, so why would they be fit enough for Aboriginal people? It's just going to break our hearts. And if you have a broken heart, your first emotion after that is anger. So I'm putting you on notice. People are getting angry. People are humiliated. People are being beaten down. And we're not going to take it. So we're going to vote. And we're not going to move off our lands to open it up for uranium mining. We're not going to move off our lands to open it up for dumps. We're not going to move our lands and move off our lands into the city so we can be mainstreamed. Mainstreaming us is another word for genocide. Mainstreaming is another word for killing us quietly.
G'day, my name is Mal Ruff. I'm here to pass on a message on behalf of my cousin brother who's busy pork barrelling. I'm campaigning in his electorate. Didn't you know it's going to be a white Christmas? Oh yeah, and even though the Intervention Task Force will be packing up for the holidays to spend the hundreds of dollars a day we've earned off you mobs, don't worry about them child abusers. We scared them off. That's why we never charged anyone yet. I just wanted to remind everyone that if you hadn't saved any money before you were forced off CDP into the real jobs that aren't there yet, then it's not too late to sign up for Coward and Ruff's Red Light Christmas Special 99-year leases. Just in case you hadn't sold off your investment mansion at the golf course estate on Broken Promise Drive to pay for your end-of-year holiday trip to Bali. Come on, doesn't everyone do that? Well, it's snowing on the rock in this beautiful country. And what an almighty sight it is to see. The extraction of precious minerals, especially uranium, from the open-cut quarry. And we promise that in 6 days' time, Mal Ruff will give you more houses, more infrastructure, more education, more of the basic services that the rest of the people in this country already get for no extra expense to them. You'll get all this and more once it's snowing on the rock in this beautiful country. And what an almighty sight it is to see Chalmers and Gordon rolling out the cavalry. Merry Christmas. Where's my sit-down money?
But anyway, back to my two little points. One, if Aboriginal people really don't like what the government's doing, go and strike for their money. Don't take it, don't spend it. You'll be a lot more healthier and a lot more happier. And on the other side, if you've got any care, any compassion for an Aboriginal peoples, don't sit and listen. Don't sit in your house after you drive in and through a town camp and go, oh, this is really bad. Lock your door and go and sit down and live in a town camp. It's not until these things start to happen, we start to go actually on strike against the government. And I'm not just talking about the intervention policy.
There is a diversity of culture. It's not one way. And the fact that the unfortunate word that Mal Brough used about normalisation, we don't accept that. We are normal. We have been normal for thousands of years. Let's continue listening to each other.